In Kiev today to show support for Ukraine, but not a word on the fate of the two Britons sentenced to death. Defence Secretary Ben Wallace sticking to the British policy that these men were serving in Ukraine's armed forces and that to intervene too directly may help Russia justify its claim they were in fact mercenaries. Aiden Aslin and Shaun Pinner spent their first full day under sentence of death in Donetsk, denied prisoner of war status by their captors and not being treated in accordance with the Geneva Convention. Foreign Secretary Liz Truss protested again by tweet today about the breach of the rules of war. Spoke with Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba, she said, to discuss efforts to release prisoners of war held by Russian proxies. The judgment against them is an egregious breach of the Geneva Convention. Aslin's friend, Brennan Phillips, who volunteered with him on the Kurdish side in Syria, confirmed to me in Kiev today that he'd been a Ukrainian Marine since long before the war.
He has a home here in Ukraine. His fiancée is Ukrainian, and he served as a uniformed service member in the Ukrainian Marine Corps. So it's not even possible that he could be or would be a mercenary.
And he would be protected by the Geneva Convention?
Absolutely, yeah.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov continued with another fiction that somehow these men were convicted by an independent republic that has nothing to do with Moscow.
At the moment, all the processes that you mentioned are based on the legislation of the Donetsk People's Republic. I would not interfere with the work of the judicial and law enforcement system of the Donetsk People's Republic.
But the Russian Foreign Ministry, in a statement from Moscow, continues to insist that despite the evidence, these men were not legal combatants and that therefore international humanitarian law doesn't apply to them. But for as long as that pretense is maintained, it's difficult for London or Kiev to know how and with who to engage for their release. And assuming this is part of a negotiating ploy, what exactly Moscow is going to want in exchange. James Mates, ITV News, Kiev.